that still had some energy there. But just given how many Marauders there are, they did lose a lot of health with the Storms, and also the fact that there are these Immortals here just absolutely smashing through these Immortals. So did not really work out there for our Terran player Fire. And in fact, his response now is to actually grab. He's got 6 racks coming up here at this expansion up here at the top. He also has a total of 9 down here in the main, so he's definitely going to be going very, very heavy on this Marine Marauder medevac build. Of course, it is quite powerful. If the key factor in these battles will obviously be can Fire actually get some good EMPs off? Because if you're using EMPs on these units, the Zealots, it doesn't really affect too much because they've only got a small amount of shields comparatively to units such as Immortals, which have 100 shield. The Stalkers also have 80 shield as well. So if you EMP an Immortal, effectively cuts its life in half. If you EMP a Zealot, it only does a smaller amount, and of course it really hurts the Immortals once they are there as well. So he'll really need to effectively utilize the Ghosts there to make sure that he is EMPing to get rid of energy off the Templar, and of course the shields as well. So we'll have to see how he goes with that. We've got another expansion going up here for Fire. He's also taking this one at this side expansion as well. So he's going to have a very huge economy shortly. He has actually streamed up to 95 SCVs in total. There is a nuke going down. I'm not sure where this is. Here it is. We've got a Ghost over here at the expansion. The probes are going to come across. You hurt my home. They're going to come across and try and hit this Ghost, but the Ghost actually cloaks just in time. It's got a tiny bit of energy. The nuke goes down, not actually doing too much, just taking off some of the shields there. Almost killing this cannon, but it was just out of range. And meanwhile, in the middle, the Protoss has now moved in. He's going to get some EMPs off with these Ghosts. They do a great job of cloaking in, stealthing in like ninjas, and actually shooting off some EMPs. So a lot of these Zealots have actually lost some of their health. As we said, though, with Zealots, it's not too much of sort of a catastrophe if they do lose their shields, but of course it does help. Every little bit helps when you're fighting against the Protoss, who is on 4 base with a whole heap of gates. As we can see here, we mentioned how the Protoss, the Terran has how many? He's actually up to 18 racks now, so he's definitely very heavy there in the racks count, but also our Protoss player here also has a huge amount. He's got, what has he got? 9 plus a 7, 16. Oh no, plus we've got a few more here. He's got 19 gates. So he too is also going very heavy on the gateway units. He's going to take out these rocks to make sure he has access to this expansion. This is a very dangerous position to move into for any type of player if you don't have air superiority or air units to actually counter, because you get funneled in here, and you also can get funneled in here if they come around the back. But it looks as if that's not going to happen. But Fire is attempting to make it happen. He stims in here with all of these units. They do lose a lot of health there from the Storm, because they have actually stimmed up, and these medevacs actually have no energy at all. So great job by the Red Protoss from using feedback on all of these medevacs, and we do see Protoss is actually trying to push in here. He does have a good position on the Terran here. He's actually moving in with all these Zealots. They may actually get inside and actually cause a lot of damage. There's not too much defense here at the main because of all these racks are still trying to pump out a lot of units. They do have a lot of Marauders on the way. The Zealots are getting inside. They are using their charge to try and run around. They are getting blocked here, though. This is one really beneficial part of the way that Fire has structured his base, is that Zealots will actually get single file in here, and they will get shot to pieces by Marauders and Marines. And it looks as if he's trying to come in to support from the back here. Archons as well here, which are really great to see, causing a lot of trouble at the Natural. The Natural is going to go down. Force Field's going up here as well. Great protection there by the Red Protoss to actually force field the ramp to make sure that reinforcements have a lot longer time to get in. He's just going to rip through all of these units here. As we said, there it is, the this single file from the Zealots there, as we said, which makes it a lot harder for them to actually get in and attack. But we've got a counter attack here from Protoss. He's actually going to try and get in here and take out some of these Marines and Marauders, but they are going to get chewed up by the Marauders and the Planetary Fortress, of course, as well. The racks count has actually been cut down quite substantially, of course. All of these 9 racks are going to be dead. So Fire is actually going to be on these 9 racks up here only, and he's going to move in. Protoss is actually going to come across here, attack this, clean up this main. In fact, he's actually just going to leave this one. He knows that there's reinforcements on the way from Fire. He's got a whole heap of medevacs here. Not too much energy on them though, but they are going to move in here. Some great force fields as well to block off these forces. Unfortunately now, given the composition that the Protoss has, he actually sort of blocked himself off because he's very heavy on Archons here, which is, as I said, awesome to see. We don't see Archons enough. In fact, there we go. Hello. We've got a whole heap of Archons here. These guys have, just to sort of illustrate how powerful these are, they have +3 to weapons, +2 to shields, and +3 to armor. These guys do 34 damage just straight up, and then 47 against bio, and they do a little bit of splash. So these guys are actually just going to absolutely rip through all of these units here from Fire, but it looks as if the planetary fortress is going to be all repaired there. That's the powerful tactic of using the SCVs to repair the planetary fortress while it whittles down units, and he actually survives for the moment. So Fire is sort of he's obviously in a really bad position, but he's going to try and come in and attack here. I'm not sure that was the greatest idea, moving in there to try and take out a lot of these zealots and everything, but of course they have charge. They have +3, 3, 3. In fact, not often you actually see 3, 3, 3 on Protoss. Normally they just sort of sit back and leave the shields alone, but this time this player has actually just come in and just grabbed every upgrade as soon as he could, which is a really good tactic, and he is now going to be able to storm through a lot of these units here. The Marauders do have 3, 3 themselves though. The medevacs are going to try and come and help here. He is actually pushing back. He might be able to push back and try and stop these warp-ins. What he really needs to do is get rid of some of these pylons. If he can remove some of these pylons, it'll actually stop these reinforcements from coming in so quickly. But it looks as if he's going to just get away here with some of these units, and they are going to attack. The Protoss is coming in again. There are so many zealots. They're getting all shot down though by the slow. We're going to see some more storms. There we are, some more storms. This is hot action here, guys. This is just going on constantly. And as we'll just have a quick look back at what's going on, we've got some reinforcements coming in here from Fire, and we've got our Protoss currently sitting here. As we said, he's got a warp prism for some reason over here. He's going to try and he's just keeping a lot of pressure on. He wants to get this pylon up as well, but he's keeping a lot of pressure on, just using as much of his resources as he can. As we see here, Protoss player is actually sitting on a 500, 100 in terms of his resources, because he is actually getting a little bit low. His income is currently at just on 1,500 minerals and about 500 gas, so he's doing very well in the gas production, which is really good because you need a heap of it for Archons for the Templar. Interesting to see. A lot of people these days are actually using DTs instead of High Templar, because the DTs actually cost a little bit less gas. I think it's like 25 less gas, and so you can actually use them to make the Archons just a little bit cheaper in that respect, because of course gas is a lot slower income than minerals is. But let's just have a quick look around the map. We've got Fire here at the Smiley Face base. He's got this one up and running. He's trying to get a few more SCVs in here. I got some mules dropping down as well. Our red Protoss is sitting here way oversaturated on this expansion. Might want to get those probes across here, but he is not going to, because he's still focusing very, very heavily on actually just keeping the pressure on Fire in terms of his actual army, and just making sure that he is always on his toes. Getting a few more Archons here. This will be good to see the Archons back in the fight again after we lost a few quite early on. Great force fields there, blocking off some of the Marauders and keeping their count low. So we've got very heavy Zealot Archon composition here. That's the word I was looking for. With a couple of Immortals thrown in, and there's 2 Sentries, which I think have been around since the start of the game. No, maybe not. They've just got 2 kills. 11 kills on that one, though. He's an Instructor. Check out that guy. Want to see a force field up here on the ramp, but they do get away. All of these units are very, very low. Fire's going to have to actually use some cover to actually get some SCVs across to this expansion, but he's not going to just yet. Meanwhile, Protoss is just moving his probes across to this expansion here, making sure that that gets a nice saturation there. So in terms of expansions, we're currently sitting on Protoss on the three mining bases, because this one's all gone now. He's got this one here, he's got this one here, and just again, we do have another pressure attack here. These Zealots might actually corner in all of these Marine Marauder, and they do indeed do that. Medevacs don't actually get them out of there, because that could have been dangerous to do that. We have a total of 6 Archons here with a whole heap of Zealots here. Some Ghosts attempted to do some sniping there, but I'm pretty sure snipe doesn't really do much at all against Archons, given how much shield they actually have. And it looks as if... does Red actually know that this is here? No, he doesn't actually know that either of these bases are here, which is interesting to see. So he hasn't. This is why he hasn't actually pushed into here, and to be honest, I think that's why this game is still going, because he hasn't actually checked this expansion or actually checked this one. I think he may actually see when the units get warped in, but he is going to get some Zealots in there. They are hacking away at the destructible rocks there, and they're going to try and get inside and take out the smiley face base, which will make it a sad face base. But Fire is still sort of just trying to get out as many Marauders as he can. EMPs are going to come off here from the Ghost. No, in fact, a missed micro there from Fire. He actually lost both of those Ghosts for nothing at all. The Storm's going down, and they tear apart some of these medevacs. There is a bit of turbulence in the air just around there. But Fire is now in a lot of trouble, because he only has this the 2 mining bases, sorry. And he is really going to need to either switch some tech up, perhaps, or perhaps actually it'll probably be a bit too expensive to switch tech now at this point, because he's sitting on these 9 racks and he's just trying to get out as many units as he can. He's grabbing another planetary fortress, another command center, sorry, which he might use to get over to the reverse smiley face here. But we're sort of just in a bit of a slow position here, because the Zealots did get inside and they have taken out this one base. So as we can see on the income here, we have Fire is actually just down to 800 minerals and 1400 gas. There is a warp in here. No, it's not a warp in, it's actually a drop with some Templar SC1 style. Templar come in here and try and actually destroy some of these SCVs with Storm, but he actually doesn't really get too many of them, and then the planetary fortress cleans up. So I think we might see a final attempt at a push here from the Protoss. He's going to... Oh, check out those SCVs. They are all dead now. That was actually quite huge. All the SCVs dead now. Feedback on the Ghosts. The Ghosts are going to go down quite quickly. They don't even get an EMP off, which is great management there by Red Protoss. We get a Storm on the ramp, which actually just whittles down all of those Marauders, and they are all going to be dispatched by these Zealots once the Zealots can actually get up the ramp. But Fire is trying to push back here. He's trying to split his forces. Great splits there. Bit of sort of Foxer style Marine micro there, or I suppose Marine King if you're up to date with the names. And some more Archons are warping in here. I think that is going to be it, because Fire is now stuck on 300 mineral income, and he is just going to go down. We want to see this Warp Prism actually become a bit more useful here, but all these forces get cleaned up here. This Natural is going down, and I think the game is now going down, given that there are 2 command centers here, and that is it. So there was, just by the way, there was no GG there, because I actually had to remove the chat, because there were like 50 people in this game, in the spectators, and they were talking the whole game. So I removed the chat just so we could see everything properly. But great game there from our Red Protoss player. If someone knows this guy's name, please actually tell me, because I could not find it at all. But just very heavy Marine and Marauder play there by Fire. He obviously had to deal with Templar, which was really, really bad to deal with for him, because he just had to use Ghost to destroy all the Templar. But just at the end there, just started to lose out on macro and on micro at the end, losing a lot of Ghosts without actually getting EMPs off. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that game. Hopefully have this one up shortly. And we're going to have a few more. I'm probably going to get a couple of PvPs, because we haven't actually seen too many PvPs. And to be honest, I actually get really bored with them, so I'm hoping to find some really good PvPs. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers.